If you're planning on investing in a rental property in Austin or anywhere for that matter, before you dive into it, you'll want to hear what I have to say. I see inexperienced investors make common mistakes all the time. In my last video, I talked about mistakes 1 through 4. In this one, we're going to go through mistakes 5 through 8. So stay tuned. Well, welcome back to my channel where we deep dive into all things real estate. If this is the first time to my channel, hit that subscribe button so you'll be the first to know about any and all real estate advice and tips that I give. There are some very common mistakes I see investors make whenever especially if they're inexperienced trying to get into rental property, and I want to make sure that you avoid those mistakes. My last video I went through mistakes 1 through 4. If you haven't seen that, check it out. In this one, I'm going to talk about mistakes 5 through 8. Number 5 on the list is location. I see investors all the time neglecting location. Most of the time, they're just trying to look for a house that they like, a house that they would feel comfortable in. And I'm going to tell you, if you're a real estate investor and this is a business to you, that's the wrong approach to take. You need to be looking for locations where the house is going to meet your strategic investment objectives. If it's cash flow, then you need to be looking at those places where you can get the house for less money. It has lower monthly cost, lower taxes, and a decent income rate on the rental. If you're looking for equity growth, then you're going to be needing to look in those areas where the appreciation growth has been higher. If you're looking for a combination of both, then you're going to have to fit somewhere in the middle probably. If you're working with an agent, again, make sure they understand what your strategic investment objectives are and make sure that they're looking in the right locations to meet those objectives. So the number 6 mistake that I see investors make all the time is underestimating the value of property management. Unless you want to be the one taking those phone calls at night, dealing with the things breaking, you really should look into a property manager. Property managers also can help you when it comes time to get a new tenant at the end of a lease term. They can also help if a tenant is not paying and they need to be forced out of the lease. Property management companies can be of great value to you, but I see inexperienced investors making the mistake all the time. They undervalue what a property manager could do, and they try to take on those tasks all by themselves. And pretty soon I see a lot of them getting burned out. So again, if you're working with a good agent, that agent probably has some good recommendations of valuable property management companies. So take advantage of that. The number 7 mistake I see is not doing a thorough job of screening tenants. There are some very good applications, some very good websites that you can use that will do a full credit and background check on tenants. So make sure that you are doing that and make sure that you are doing a thorough screening of any and all tenants. And finally, mistake number 8 that I see is not having a reserve fund. Again, we've talked about this. Being an investor, having investment property is having a business, not a hobby. Make sure that you are accounting for that you have a reserve fund, because things are going to break on that house. This is your house, your responsibility. Appliances are going to break, roofing, different things are going to happen. They always happen with houses, and you need to make sure that you have funds set aside that you can take care of those items, because otherwise you're going to have some very angry tenants. So make sure that you have that. So there you have it. Those were mistakes 5 through 8 that I commonly see inexperienced real estate investors make. By learning these pitfalls and taking the right steps to avoid them, you will be in better shape as a real estate investor going forward. I hope you found this information beneficial. If you'd like to speak more about your particular situation, get in touch with me. I'm happy to help answer any questions that you have or help you in any way possible. And again, if you haven't subscribed and liked this video, do so now. Take care.